Danny Dubois feels that his upcoming challenge of unified heavyweight champion Alexander Usyk will require him to take the legs away and break the body up of Usyk. It's a fine sentiment to consider because Dubois is a big, strong heavyweight. However, we haven't seen Danny Dubois take any fighter's legs away or break them up. But this will be a chance for him to do just that, because Alexander Usyk is a champion multiple times over, and he's done some great things already at this point in his career. And it's fight week. Let's talk about this a little further. Alexander Usyk versus Dynamite Danny Dubois. It's fight week, people, and much to the chagrin of most, if you don't really realize it, recognize that this is the first heavyweight title fight of 2023. There are only two champions, Tyson Fury, who has the WBC title, and Alexander Usyk, who has all of the other belts, 3 of them. Now, his fight is coming up this Saturday, August 26th, against Dynamite Danny Dubois. And Dubois has been talking early on about what he's going to do, what he needs to do to be successful and with a win, a victory over Alexander Usyk. And that's all fine and dandy. However, we have yet to see Dubois simply perform in the way of which he says what needs to be done. And according to that article from August 19th, Boxing News 24, Dubois has stated we've got to take his legs away and break his body up. It's easy to say that. It's also easy to adopt a principle of that type of philosophy. But when you're not a fighter that's known to go out there to perform that way, it's a tall order. Let us not forget that Alexander Usyk is coming off of not one, but 2 cranking victories over Anthony Joshua, the former unified heavyweight champion. And in both fights, though the second fight was a little closer, Usyk was able to make the grade simply with his experience and boxing ability. Now, he's creeping up on a meeting with Father Time at the age of 36. Dubois is 25. However, when you mix in the ingredients for the absurd, the strange, the unorthodox, there's something that is in favor of Usyk as well. He's a southpaw, and one of the best southpaws in boxing today. And though he came up from a lighter division, cruiserweight, where he was undisputed there, at heavyweight, he has shown the ability to outbox bigger, stronger men and still hurt them at the same time. So Danny Dubois had better be on guard. But he's 25 years old. He's 6'5" with a 78-inch reach. Usyk also has a 78-inch reach and is 2 inches shorter at 6'3". But the one thing you can say about Usyk, he's accustomed to fighting bigger, taller guys, possibly even stronger guys. And that's where this comes down to something that, even though Dubois is talking up a good game, will he be able to manifest his hopes? Dubois' record is currently 19-1 with 18 KOs. People may remember his loss, his only loss, was to Joe Joyce in a fight that saw him stopped late in November of 2020. Joyce's jab pounded Dubois' eye socket into submission, and he stopped during that fight. There was something about Joyce's ability to get that jab off, and something about Dubois' ability to not get out of the way. If you don't think Usyk saw that, think about it like this. The jab now coming from a different side. How versed is Dubois in fighting southpaws? Well, let me remind you. His latest fight was a fight that he took against Kevin Lerena. That fight took place in December of 2022, and Dubois was down 3 times in the first round of that fight. Now, Lerena was 6'1". Yeah. And he was 31 years of age. His nickname was the KO Kid. And he's also a former cruiserweight. Do you see where I'm going here with this? Only the fact that Dubois was able to get to Lerena, but he suffered an injury in that fight. After going down, he twisted his knee. Turned out that he had a tear of an ACL. Now, how severe the tear was, or if it was just a strained ligament or whatever, we don't know. They don't like to disclose in boxing about injuries. But if he feels for one moment that there won't be opportunities for Alexander Usyk to get at him, he didn't go after Lorena's body. He didn't look to break him down. He didn't look to take his legs away. Usyk may be able to fight right in the pocket on the inside against Danny Dubois, because Dubois, for all of his strengths, cannot box. He can't. So Usyk who's coming in with his record of 20-0 with 13 KOs, may actually be looking to stop Dubois in this fight. It would not surprise me whatsoever if, on the low, his motivation is to get this kid up out of there. He doesn't have the same experience. He doesn't have the ring IQ, and he has not shown resiliency. The stoppage against Joyce and whatever happened against Lorena with the injury, Lorena got caught and got stopped within 3 rounds, but he had Dubois on the canvas 3 times in the first round. That cannot be wiped away. And Alexander Usyk and Kevin Lorena are miles and miles apart in talent. This man will end up in the history books, Alexander Usyk, whether people like it or not. His abilities and accomplishments will be held in high regard. And he understands and recognizes if he's able to defeat a young lion like Danny Dubois, people are going to have to give him certain type of respect that even Tyson Fury is not garnering, because Tyson Fury is not fighting the young guys. He's not fighting the young contenders, guys who could be a threat, not necessarily just to beat him, but guys who would show up and be competitive in a fight against the WBC champion. And see, Usyk, who has been in challenges before, beat one of the best big young guys out there in Anthony Joshua twice, back to back. So this speaks volumes about what Usyk can do in the ring. And Danny Dubois will still have to overcome. Is he capable of that? We're uncertain. But so is Dubois. And he's going to have to show. And he better not run out there trying to attack Mr. Usyk, because he is skillful enough to know how to handle that as well. No one does that currently better than Derek Chisora, who brought it, who really came after him. And he turned back the challenge of Chisora. Chisora ran out of gas, and Dubois, with his bulk and everything, will run out of gas as well. Usyk has the ability to box, fight in close, give angles, move laterally, throw punches in combinations. And this is all being done from the southpaw side. Think about it. Dubois should. But what do you think? This is Stormy B-Man. The fight is coming up Saturday, August 26th. I'll have more to say on this fight as we go on through the week, but it's fight week, ladies and gentlemen, and the heavyweights are about to get busy. What do you think? Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are as we grow closer to the fight date between these two heavyweights. And will Usyk, upon being successful, seek Deontay Wilder next? Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.